The Baloch Liberation Army, a separatist militant group, rocked southwestern Pakistan as the militants blew up a railway track and opened fire on a passenger train, with dozens of hostages held captive and battling security forces conducting a rescue operation. Police have not specified how many passengers were taken captive in the remote mountainous area, but the insurgents said they were holding 214 people and have threatened to start executing them. It is noteworthy that women, children, elderly, and the Baloch citizens were released by the BLA, as per a statement emailed to journalists and posted on Telegram.
Civilian passengers, particularly women, children, the elderly, and Baloch citizens, have been released safely and given a secure route. The BLA further warns that if military intervention continues, all hostages will be executed.
The train was trapped in a tunnel, and the driver was killed after sustaining serious injuries, local authorities, police, and railway officials said. According to the Baloch Liberation Army, it blew up the tracks and swiftly took control of the train. The group said it would execute 10 people in response to the ongoing military operation. The BLA has demanded the release within 48 hours of Baloch political prisoners, activists, and missing persons it said had been abducted by the military. In a statement released earlier by the militant group, it said, BLA has made it clear that if the occupying army ignores our ultimatum, the responsibility for the consequences will lie solely with Pakistan. In response to today's cowardly and senseless bombing, 10 more hostages will be eliminated. BLA warns the enemy that if the Pakistani army commits any further aggression, even if a single bullet is fired, 10 more personnel will be eliminated. The militant group further said, BLA reiterates its determination that our enemy is not unarmed civilians, but the occupying and oppressive state forces, who are committing every atrocity to maintain military and colonial domination over the Baloch motherland. We stand by our promise, and Pakistan has only 40 hours left before the ultimatum expires. If our demands are not met within this time, and the state's stubbornness continues, then 5 hostages will be eliminated for every passing hour after the ultimatum ends. A security source who asked not to be identified said many people have lost their lives in the attack, adding that 80 military personnel were among the 425 passengers aboard the train. Another security source said 104 passengers have been rescued, 17 wounded taken to hospital, and 16 militants have been killed, adding the rest were surrounded. The BLA said it has not suffered any casualties. It said it had killed 30 soldiers and shot down a drone. However, there was no confirmation of that from Pakistani authorities. Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif condemned the attack, saying security officials were repelling the militants. The BLA is the biggest of several groups that have been battling the government for decades, saying it unfairly exploits Balochistan's rich gas and mineral resources. The conflict has seen frequent attacks against the government, army, and Chinese interests in the region.